How we living, how we feeling today? How we living, how we living, how we feeling today? Hold up. What do you say? How we, how we, how we living today? How we feeling today? Hold up. Ba, 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 oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. Gangsters. How we living, how we feeling today? So, I'm not gonna lie. I totally recorded what I thought would be. Yeah, I got the goat hat just like down bad. Hold up, let me just fix this. It's like, there you go. But this looks bad too. I didn't do much shot prep. Anyways, I totally recorded a 40-minute segment, like talking head segment, what I thought would be the talking head segment for today's video at like 2 p.m. today. It's currently 8 p.m. 8:42. But I was like, I hate it. Yeah, I didn't like the cohesion of the points. I didn't like the delivery. I thought that my speaking wasn't as good. I didn't think it was as coherent as it could have been. So honestly, I'm just scrapping that whole idea, and we're just gonna talk about something else because I'm feeling inspired. I was just thinking about last year how when I was just getting into YouTube or like really taking YouTube seriously. I mean, I've been into YouTube for over a decade, but when I was finally like, last summer when I decided that I was going to start taking my self-improvement seriously, I wanted to actually start learning YouTube and business so I can start pursuing those. I started to consume a bunch of content, self-improvement, YouTube, business, science content, things of that nature, starting to reprogram my brain, download new beliefs from people that were achieving the things that I wanted to achieve, that were where I wanted to be. And so I started getting into a bunch of like YouTube content. And I think that anybody that starts going on like a YouTube rabbit hole, starting like who wants to learn YouTube, probably comes across the Mr. Beast interviews. And you hear when Mr. Beast talks about uploading 100 videos. Like, don't say shit to him until you uploaded 100 videos, and then you can start talking about being good. And I fucking love that mentality because it's just so true. Like, genuinely, it's just so true. Like, I if you've been following me for longer than a week, then you probably actually honestly, yeah. If you've been following me for longer than a week, then you see that I have a decent amount of storytelling skills, speaking skills, articulation, things of that nature, like things of that nature. Things of that nature. I'm a decent communicator. I definitely have to improve, but communication is a skill that I've cultivated over the past all my life, LMAO. So and I've made hundreds of YouTube videos, like literally over five, like close to 600, I imagine. I made 100 YouTube videos on my first channel that I actually like made content on consistently, Jaden White. I've made over 300 videos on this channel, JC Dubs. I've made easily hundreds of gaming videos in my time during middle and high school. Bro, like I've got reps in this shit, you know what I mean? And I genuinely know that putting reps into this shit is how you get better. But it's not just about putting in reps because you have to be intentional about it as well. That's something that I've been focusing more on recently. Is like, how do I actually become a better YouTuber? Like, how do I improve my skills more? And that's why I actually created Road to Renaissance, because I was thinking, how do I make my content more engaging? Well, how do I put myself more into it? I'm an engaging character, and also the things that I like in terms of having those vlog and filmmaking aspects, having these like artsy edits, having even like the lights, things like this that add a bit more character, that bring the vibe to Road to Renaissance. I like to say that Road to Renaissance is half vibes and half value. Yeah, more like 80% value and 20% vibes. But that 20% of vibes is very important. It's very important. It's very important. It's what makes Road to Renaissance, right? It's what distinguishes it from like regular talking head videos. I was thinking about this today. I was like, Road to Renaissance has like 3 criteria that basically every video has. It has an Easter egg at the end of every single video. So once I do the like, do it today, better for tomorrow outro, and I say like, I end the video, if you actually watch until the end of the video, you get the Easter egg. So every episode has an Easter egg. That's a criteria for a vlog. The second one is that there is some type of moment where there's like a cool edit where I like have some kind of like creative expression, whether that's B-roll, whether I like put some photos up for a second, whether that's even if I just implement like another vlog moment and that's just a funny way of me like getting some expression out there, you know what I mean? So there are tons of different ways, but having like a cool like artsy moment. So there's having like the Easter egg at the end, the cool artsy moment, and then every episode has at least one like broken TV moment. Because I just think it's so funny. I think it's a great way to like create comedy, and also for transition as well. So I think it's a great tool, and I think that it's such a great tool for adding, just having a unique way to add comedy that is very short but is also very brandable. Like who does that kind of shit? Like nobody uses that except me, you know what I mean? And that kind of thing, you never know when it's going to come up, and so it keeps you on your toes, kind of, you know what I mean? So those 3 things are, I feel like, what really makes Road to Renaissance. Of course, like I have the action set prompts, which are awesome and also very helpful, but I feel like those things are what really makes it a JC Dubs vlog, you know what I mean? Having like a cool artsy edit at some point in it, you know, some type of creativity that I was able to get in there. Having like the broken TV moment, a funny moment, and then also having like a funny Easter egg at the end. I feel like those are the 3 criteria for the vlog, but I have only actually been able to cultivate those criteria because I've actually put reps into creating this vlog, and to really creating vlogs previously, into creating my first vlog 365 that lasted for a week, and that was supposed to last for 365 a year. Oh well. But that one, and the OG Road to Renaissance series that has 6 episodes, and then even the preseason of Road to Renaissance that has 3 episodes, and that led into the Road to Renaissance daily series. And even after Road to Renaissance stopped being daily, which eventually it will, I'm still going to be posting Road to Renaissance on a consistent basis. What the hell was that? I just heard something like, I don't know. It sounded like a splash potion in Minecraft. If y'all know what a splash potion in Minecraft sounds like, maybe it was my buckle? I don't know. I think I just heard my buckle move, and maybe it sounded kind of similar. But I literally just heard what I thought was like a splash potion. It sounded kind of like glassy, like crinkly, and then kind of like wet, like it was so weird. If you guys know what a splash potion sounds like, you know. Anyways, no, stop rambling about that. So I got reps in this filmmaking, in this editing shit, you know what I mean? And so I actually was able to cultivate a style that I can actually call my own, and that I can start cultivating and developing, right? And that's still something I'm trying to develop more. Like today I was actually watching vlogs, and I've recently been getting back into watching vlogs again so I can develop my vlog style more. Like you have to consume what you want to create, because that's how you get inspired. That's how you get ideas. That's how you actually know what to create. So, I'm a big preacher of volume, because it's how I grew so much. You know, that's what this video is really supposed to be about. So I'll get into that. But in terms of why you should post daily, I love Hormozi's saying, phrase, quote, volume negates luck. Boom. Volume negates luck. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, why would you try to rely on luck, on chance, on anything when you could just put in the fucking work that would make it unreasonable for you to not win? And so, like, let's put like Mr. Beast like 100 videos and Hormozi's volume negates luck, make it unreasonable together. It's like, what if I just made 100 videos in 100 days? Most people, it takes two. Like, let's say somebody posted a YouTube video every single week, and so it takes them 2 years to get to 100 videos. Right? It's 52 weeks in a year, 104 weeks, 2 years, 100 videos. Awesome. What if instead you just posted a video every day? That's instead about 3 months. 3 months versus 2 years. That's 8 times is, well, that's an eighth of the time. There we go. That's 12.5% of the time. Isn't that crazy? Now, granted, are you going to be able to put the quality, the intention into those videos over, like if you were doing them every day versus one a week? No, 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 definitely not. But in certain seasons, that can be okay. And the thing is, like, when you are trying to improve your productivity stamina, your productivity output, when you're trying to see how hard you can really go, when you're trying to push as hard as you can, you know what I mean? It's like when you have the time to be pushing, you might as well push, right? Like, I have the energy, I have the time, I have the output. Why not show up and make content every day? Why not show up and give value every day? Why not show up and express myself every day? Why not? Volume negates luck. And so it's like, the thing is about social media is that social media is digital real estate. And so it's the more you put yourself out there, the more likely somebody's going to find you, or that hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people are going to find you. And even if it's only tens of thousands or thousands of people find you, that's more than enough to start making a solid amount of money online if you have a business. And that's a perfect segue into another reason why I was posting daily. So you can market your product every day. That's how I made my first $1,300 online in that same 79 days. So from May 15th to August 24th, I posted daily, 101 days of daily upload. From on May 15th, I was at 69 subs. On August 2nd, I believe, or 3rd, I hit 1,000 subs. So I believe that's 78, 79 days. Now, from May 15th to, I believe, July 20th, I'd made my first $1,300 online by selling 9 coaching clients. So that was, my success posting daily. I grew a fuck ton in YouTube and business. I grew a lot personally in terms of my productivity, in terms of my skills, in terms of my speaking skills. Volume negates luck, right? It's like I showed up every day. I put in the effort. I put in the intention, and I grew. Yeah, it makes sense if you ask me. So I think that volume negates luck is an amazing philosophy. I think that posting daily is something you should definitely be doing, honestly. Like, genuinely, especially if you're a beginner. Especially if you're not very sure, like, what direction you want to take your content with. Just try shit. Like, just experiment. Because that's all you can do. You can sit here thinking. Yeah. What is that going to do for you? What is thinking going to do for you? You need to take action so that action can give you feedback and you can recalibrate from that feedback. That is how you grow. That is how you make progress. So, volume negates luck. All right, show up for your things every day. Here's your action step round. 1, figure out your goal, your interest, the pursuit you want to show up for. And 2, figure out an amount of volume that you can commit to showing up every single day. Simple. And then 3, do it. So you'll probably have some limited beliefs in terms of actually pursuing content, in terms of getting on social media. Of course, those are always there. Don't worry, I got you. That's what Jay is here for. You know what I mean? I'm here to help you shift your mindset and help you be more productive. You know what I mean? Just want to mention real quick, guys, if you're a spiritually inclined, multi-creative, or polymath who wants to improve your mental health and 2 to 5x your productivity output in 90 days, I'd love to help you do that. You can join me and my fellow creators in my program, my Digital Renaissance Academy. You can get my one-to-one help and also access to like-minded creators. So come join us in that first link description. So limited beliefs. I get it. I've been there. I was there a year ago. I was there 5 years ago. I was there 10 years ago. I was there 12 years ago. I was there. And honestly, they still pop up now. But I basically just know I'm him. So it's just like something comes up and it's like, go away. I got some water. Oh man, there's like a itch in the back of my throat. Yo, let's take a couple breaths together again. You ready? We'll just do 2. All right. Inhale. And exhale. How's it going? All right. Super deep one. All right. Super deep one this time. All right. Inhale. And exhale. Good money, good money, good money. All right. Let's get into shattering these limited beliefs. So, I'm not good enough. Not me. I'm him. What? But you might believe that about yourself. You might have that limited belief. I get it. Like I said, I've been there. I've been there with all these. And so I want you to understand that you are everything. You hold the essence of God in you. You hold infinite love, infinite creativity, infinite abundance, infinite potential inside of you. That is your nature. That is undeniable. It is undeniable that you are a fractal of the source. And if the source is infinite, that must mean that you are infinite. But in the 3D, we've been programmed by society and by our parents and by school and by religious figures and by social media and by the news and whatever else bullshit, whatever. We've been programmed to believe that we don't have power, that we aren't enough, that we're not special, that we can't do the things that we want to pursue, that we're stupid, that our interests are silly, that we can't make money, doing the things that we love, that we have to get a 9-to-5, that we have to sell our soul for 40 years, whatever bullshit we've been sold. We've all been sold it. That holds us back from pursuing the things that we want to pursue, from expressing who we are, expressing how you want to express. And the thing is, if we don't express how you want to express, if we don't be who we want to be, if we aren't who we are, then we won't be able to create. I want to read you guys a few notes I posted on my Substack today. The first one, I put my heart and soul into blank. I was kind of pondering on why we say this, why we have this expression. And then it kind of just came to me. It's like, yeah, because you have a heart and soul that you put into your creations. Because creation is an expression of the self. And so if you're having a hard time creating, it's quite likely that you're having a hard time expressing your authentic self or emotions. This block, or creativity block, as I like to refer to them as, is keeping you closed off from expressing. And if you can't express, you can't create. Your inability to express your truest version is likely the cause for your inconsistency as a creator. So that's at least my experience, my personal experience. That if I couldn't feel like I could be who I am, and that the things that I wanted to do were good enough, and that I felt like I was good enough to actually pursue those things, and that I actually felt like what I did was good enough, like I wasn't fucking stuck in this paradigm of I'm trash and the things I make are trash. That paradigm and that identity. I wasn't stuck in that view, and because I wasn't stuck in that view, the mirror wasn't reflecting that back to me. We're not going to get too esoteric here, but that's the basis of what I'm getting at here. The thing is, it's like whatever you focus on will be reflected back to you. One of my favorite metaphysical teachings of all time, from the greatest metaphysical teacher of all time, Jesus. Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas, saying 41, that those who possess something will receive more of it, and those who have nothing will be deprived of even the little they have. And so if you focus on abundance, you attract more. When you focus on lack, you attract more. Focus amplifies. And so whatever we focus on, we'll get more of. I was talking about this on a coaching call I had a couple months ago, back in October, with my dog Teddy. Shout out my dog Teddy, yo. And he was talking about negative thoughts and how those kind of, have keep him in a spiral. But he keeps focusing on the negative thoughts. He doesn't actually try to meet the negative thoughts with positive thoughts, with love. He doesn't actively try to question the negative thoughts. He's like, are these actually true? He doesn't get to the root of the thought. He doesn't get to the nature of the thought. It's like, where does this thought come from, and does this thought serve me? You know what I mean? If you guys want to learn more about this, if you guys are interested in more about inner work and healing and shifting your mindset, using mindset in metaphysics, I'm actually going to be dropping my Digital Alchemist Blueprint. Recently, I've been, figuring out what to do with business, and this is what I'm here to do. I'm just here documenting my journey along the way, and I'm just sharing that with you guys, so hopefully you can learn. But in terms of business, I was thinking about, I've been creating my Digital Alchemist Blueprint ebook for the past couple months, that I've been putting it together here and there, working on it, and I was grinding super hard on it for the past couple weeks, and I haven't really touched it in a few days because I just haven't wanted to think about writing for that long, honestly. And so I haven't been getting on it, even though I have to finish one chapter, which is going to take me doing a few segments for that chapter, and then I can actually have it done. And I was thinking about selling it, and actually had it sold, up for sale, but Hormozy's been getting into my head, just bro, just give it away. He's like, Joe, just give it away for free, Joe. Just give it away for free, bro. You know what I mean? And it's honestly, I'm down for it, because I only want to sell my one program, my one Digital Renaissance Academy. That's the only thing I'm interested in selling, honestly, because it's genuinely the only product I believe in. I'm not going to lie. I don't believe in just selling you a course or an ebook, because then I wouldn't know that you're going to have me to help you actually change your life. And so honestly, I'd rather just give you the course and the ebook for free. So it's hey, you just have this, so that's awesome. And then it's if you actually do want to come mob with me in the gang, and you actually want to change your life, you actually want to be around like-minded creators, get accountability from them, get accountability from me, get one-to-one personalized help from me, that's where you do that, right? So that's where that's where I want to invest all of my business pursuits, into just that one program, because it's an all-in-one, because it resonates with who I am, because it resonates with what I want to do in terms of building a community and building a movement. That's what Digital Renaissance Creators is about. And so Digital Renaissance Academy is just, for the advanced people who are really about, let's fucking get this. Let's take this seriously. Let's connect. Let's take action. So if that's you, bro, click on that top link. If not, that's cool. Still, just keep tapping into these free videos. And I kind of went on this tangent because I'm going to be dropping the Digital Alchemist Blueprint for free, the ebook, and I'm going to be recording the entire ebook and making it a course for free. So that is going to be out. I'm gonna get you guys before the end of the year. That's going to be out. Okay, so that's gonna be your Christmas present from Dubs. All right. And so that's going to be hella sauce on mindset, metaphysics, inner work, healing, creativity, like basically everything. It's the synthesis of things, of everything I've learned over the past 5 years of me doing my mindset, inner work journey, in terms of like mental health, and in terms of me starting this journey back in high school at my social worker. Um, and then also everything I've learned over the last year and a half of self improvement and spirituality as well. All the things that I've learned have helped me with healing, that have enabled me to actually be the consistent and fulfilled creator that I am right now. So, Digital Alchemist Blueprint is coming. Be hyped for that. Yeah. So, no more salesman Jay. Back to limited beliefs. So, you are good enough. All right, I'm just going to say that. We're going to move on to the next one. What the hell does this say? I can't read my own handwriting. Fuck. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. I see this. Okay. So, let me read you these quotes. Let me read you these tweets. So, there's somebody named Matt. I cannot read this last name, so I'm not going to even try to butcher it. But Matt had posted on Substack, "It does not need to be profound. It does not need to be produced. It does not need to be out of this world. It just needs to be out in the world. It does not need to be extraordinary. It just needs to be expressed. Don't allow perfectionism to paralyze you from putting stuff out." Derek Ortiz. So that's a quote from Derek Ortiz, right? And Matt posted that. And I saw that and I'm like, it just needs to be. Like, good, bad, none of that shit matters. It just needs to be. Stop overthinking and start creating. You know why? Because thinking about creating isn't creating. It's not. Thinking about creating isn't creating. So fucking start. Okay? Start. Like, why would you not take action on doing something that you want to do? Why would you not take action on doing something that you love? Especially if that's social media. Like, I'm gonna get into this one right now. So Tim Denning, he's an internet writer, millionaire, made a fuck ton of money writing on the internet. He says, amazing talent with no distribution makes you a failure. Average talent with high distribution makes you incredible. Build an audience. Simple. It's like, it genuinely is that simple. And so I quote tweet that, basically. On Substack, it's called a restack. But I say that social media has granted us one of the greatest opportunities for freedom and evolution of human history. And you're still not posting content? You obviously don't want to live a more free, authentic, and abundant life. Because that's what content like, that is what social media provides you. If you start getting to some type of income off social media, even if it's not like crazy, if you start making some income where you can start actually like supporting yourself and stabilizing yourself through social media, bro, you're going to be living a more free life because you actually have more time to pursue the things that you want to pursue, because you're not busy working like a job, because you actually have like content that pays you, right? You have a content and business that pays you. You get to live more authentically because you're actually living in alignment with who you are and expressing that fully through creating. And you get to live a more abundant life by serving others and by receiving more by serving others. It's crazy. It's like, wow, like, why would you not want to do this? It's crazy if you ask me. And it's just the limited beliefs, right? And so I want you to really nail into your head, right? If there's one thing that you take away from this video, it's make stuff that sucks cock. make stuff that's bad, all right? Because the thing is, everyone starts at zero. Everyone. And so the only way to get to where you want to be at is to work from zero. Simple, right? You go to 1, and then you go to 2, and then you go to 3, and then you go to 4, and then you go to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Makes sense if you ask me. The unfortunate part is that most of us think that we can just go straight from 0 to 10, and it don't work like that, gang. It sucks, and I wish it didn't, but it does. So we have to play by the rules of the game. You know what I mean? And so we have to start out at level 0 and level 1, 2, 3, 4, and realistically, we don't start feeling like what we're making is like, oh yeah, this is like good until we start getting to like level 6. But here's the thing. What is good? All that is subjective. And so here's something that has helped me a ton in terms of overcoming my limited beliefs, overcoming my perfectionism. How can I just express myself and be in love with the fact that I expressed myself? Not what that expression is, but in love with the fact that I did the expressing itself. That has been the most profound shift for me. It's how do I be in love with that doing itself, right? It's being in love with the process itself, not being worried about the outcome. And if you can get there, being in love with the expressing itself, the creating itself, not worried about the creation, being in love with the recording itself, the writing itself, the painting itself. When you're detached from the outcome because you're just so fully immersed in the process, it's a lot easier to see something that might be bad, and it's like, hey, that's just me. That's coming out of me, so I love it. Like this is something that this is like the first page in my mixed media journal. It's like, what is this? Who knows? But I love it. You know, I had a call with a fellow conscious creator named Nija. Super awesome. Actually, like, gave Nija like some strategies and even like motivated her, inspired her to start posting daily for 30 days. And she started like popping off, got like 4K subs. Even got her first like group coaching client with like some of my business tactics, which is awesome. So that was a dubs for Nija and a dubs for dubs. But I was talking to Nija back, in the summer, and she was talking about being in love with your creations. And how if you're not in love with your creations, then it's like, that means you're not in love with yourself. And that shit really hit. And I was like, fuck, bro. Because there were still parts of me that was denying, like my drawing abilities or things like that. And I was like, nah, bro, like that's a part of me. Like that's me. I gotta embrace those parts. I gotta love those parts. You know what I mean? And so it's like, what is this? Most people will say it's bad. Shit, I'll say it's bad. But you know what? I love it. Because it's an expression of me. I mean, more than anything, I had a good time creating it as well. And what really matters besides that, right? So that's what I got for you in this video in terms of shifting your limited beliefs. If you want to check out my free mindset and productivity course, that is what will really help you like shift your limited beliefs, help you reprogram your mindset. So that's in the description. You'll see it. It's called how I unblocked my unlimited creativity and 10x my productivity. It's my free mindset and creativity course. That's in the description. So that would help you a lot. That's called Purposeful Productivity. That course is sauce. All right, trust. So I'll give you this final tip before I give you the last action step and we close off. Create what you consume. And this has been something that I've been getting like super, super nailed into my head recently. And I'll give you 2 stories. So as I've been getting onto Substack more recently, Substack is a writing platform. It's where I've been hosting my newsletter since June. but I haven't actively, like, Substack has its own like community. Substack has its own like feed where you can post and like write notes. Like I was reading basically like my tweets, Substack's equivalent of tweets. And so Substack has its own writing platform that you can engage on and grow on. And I love writing. And I actually want to get more into reading as well. And I found that although I do enjoy reading, I found my Twitter just so uninspiring. You know what I mean? And so recently I've gotten into Substack and I've gotten like I found myself so like inspired, like just in love with the community and in love with the platform itself. And I've literally been like growing like as well because of that. I think I've gotten like 4 new subscribers and like 5 new followers in the past 3 or 4 days that I've been actively engaging. Like I'm literally averaging like a sub every day. That's crazy. Like with zero leverage because I'm 3, 4 days in, that's pretty good progress. You know what I mean? That's like starting a YouTube channel on day one and just building. Now, granted, that's not actually true because I have some social proof in terms of I already have 90 subscribers that was on my email list because of my YouTube, right? And so that social proof definitely comes and helps when I like engage on comments, let's say, and then people will check out my platform, like people will check out my page because of a comment that they liked. And then because of my page, they see that, they see something I like, they see my bio, and I also have some social proof in terms of my 90 subscribers. And so it's like, oh, some other people think that Jaden's got some sauce that he's spitting. Let me see what he's about. Subscribe or follow. You know what I mean? And so I've been building these connections on Substack super authentically, super organically, and it's just been super awesome. So that's like a note for creating what you consume in terms of like actively growing because you're actually engaging with the platform and that keeps you more in the loop of the platform. But 2, in terms of actively like having the ideas to create from, actively knowing how to improve your content. Like for me, I was recently I've posted a few short form videos recently, and I was thinking about getting into short form, like into like posting YouTube shorts and TikToks. And I'm just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. You know why? Because I don't consume short form content, and so it's like I don't know how to make short form content good. I don't care about short form content. And so it's like for me as a creator, it's uninspiring. And honestly, I don't think that the leads that it could possibly generate me are even going to be worth it. And so it's like, why even start doing that new shit when I could just keep blasting the things that I know are going to be working, which is posting daily YouTube content and growing my writing audience on Substack. I mean, in my opinion, that's what makes sense. So that's what I'm doing. I'm creating what I consume. I consume long form content, so I create that. Earlier today, I was mad hype because Hamza dropped an hour-long video. Watch that motherfucker. And then right after, I seen that Hormozy dropped a 2.5 hour-long video. I was tapping into that motherfucker. And actually, it's interesting. That Hormozy video was what's inspired my talking head that was trash earlier. So I love long form content. That's what I consume. That's what I create. I'm 40 minutes into this video right now. I also enjoy tweets. Like I enjoy short form reading. You know what I mean? I also enjoy newsletters. I write those things. I like to consume those things. I like to create those things. I don't consume short form like TikToks or Reels or Shorts. I don't consume them. 1, they kill your attention span. 2, I just don't care for them. Just like, I like depth. You can't have depth in a fucking short form. Like you just can't have it. So that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Create what you consume. So I recommend that to you. How do you do that? Here's your action step prompt. Number 1, figure out what you consume. Like, what do you consume on a daily basis? Maybe that is short form. That's cool. Like, maybe you're into TikTok. Maybe you're into Instagram Reels. That's cool. You can post those. The thing is, anything works. It's just like what resonates with you as a creator. If you're watching this video, if you're like even if you're even watching or listening to me talk about this action step prompt right now, it's very likely that you like long form content. So maybe making YouTube videos is something that you want to pursue. Now, granted, you probably won't be able to just start making 20, 30, 40, 60-minute long videos. That's fucking fine. Start with making 2, 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos. That's cool. Eventually, you'll be able to work up and build your skills. And if you blast volume, you'll be able to build them fast. When I was first starting my daily uploads back in June, for those first like 2-4 weeks, most of my videos are like less than 15 minutes. And then towards like the end of June and then like throughout most of July, I was starting to post more like super long form content, whether it was like hour-long calls that I was recording with me and my dog Jake that we were like uploading as podcasts, whether it was vlogs that I was creating, whether it was talking heads that were like 20, 30, 40 minutes, even getting up to hour-long talking head videos that I was recording. I was eventually building those skills because I was getting so many reps in on a consistent basis. I was fucking uploading every single day for 101 days. Like, I'd have to improve so drastically. And that's why I'm doing that right now with a focus on storytelling, so I can improve my storytelling drastically. So, 1, what do you consume? Figure that out. 2, what do you want to create? Right? Figure that out. Because maybe you actively consume TikToks and shorts, but you actually want to be a podcaster. And if that's the case, you should stop watching TikToks and shorts and only watch podcasts, like genuinely. 1, just because TikToks and shorts are destroying your attention span. But 2, how the fuck are you going to learn podcasting watching shorts? You need to learn podcasting watching podcasts. So watch fucking podcasts. Okay, so 1, what do you consume? 2, what do you want to create? And then 3, figure out how you can create for 15 minutes a day, right? Start for just 5 to 15 minutes a day by incorporating those first 2 factors. All right. So 3, basically give yourself a way to create for 5 to 15 minutes today, incorporating the first 2 factors. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna go have some food. Yep. Join up the newsletter, gang. Second link description. All right. Do it today. Be better for it tomorrow. Stay blessed and stay loving. Catch y'all.
Get you back in my head. I'm love drunk, steady drinking till I am dead. I'm drunk, drinking gets you out of my.
Holy, just busted out my social challenge for the day too. There's a guy over there, you see behind me, very overexposed. There we go. But I just he just walked past me and I saw his hoodie and it was dope, and so I just said, "Hey boss, like your hoodie." Simple. Boom. Get those reps in, baby. Get those social challenges done, baby. It don't even got to be a compliment. Just say hi to a stranger. Just wave at a stranger. Just smile at a stranger. Just say something. Just do something. Please do something.